What's up, droners, and welcome to a hands-on unboxing. Yeah, we got something, and I'm really excited about it. But you already know what it is because it's in the title. So let's just do it. We have it, the MAVIC AIR Fly More combo. I couldn't just buy the regular one because I fly more. I do that. I got that, but I also actually got the DJI Goggles with it. I got these just because I didn't have them. And I didn't think much of them until Kelly at Ready Set Drone made me wear his. And yeah, they're amazing. So I'm super excited, and I'm excited for cameraman Dom to play with these too. Either way, these are really cool, but that's not what today's about. Today is all about this MAVIC AIR Pro, which for some reason I have a laptop here. But yes, MAVIC AIR Pro. Before I open this up, my thoughts are that my initial thought that I said in another video about this drone is that I was not excited. When I first heard about it, wasn't excited. I was like, who cares? Who cares that there's a drone that's now between a Spark and a MAVIC? My MAVIC is awesome. I'm not the hugest fan of the Spark, but I understand the place in the society of where it can fit. And I'm like, okay, cool, it's fine. And I was just like, I don't understand what this drone can really do. And then I looked at the camera specs, and it has a better bit rate than the MAVIC with the same sensor size. So it means it probably has better footage, and it's smaller. And the MAVIC is already really small when it folds up. So I was like, all right, I have to get this drone mostly for you guys so I can show you guys what it can do, but also so that my backpack becomes lighter as I travel because I will just have this instead of the MAVIC. So let's just open it. Let's just do it. First off, I came in this box that made me, as always, DJI always sends the pictures with the white version of it on there, and it freaks me out because I was just like, I didn't think I ordered white when I ordered this. No, I didn't. I got the black one. So we will make that happen. So let's just open this up. All right, first of all, this is what it looks like. It's very nice. So first thing we have is this bag. It's like a satchel. I will call it that, a satchel. I believe this is the MAVIC Air inside of there. And then we have, oh, okay, all the boring stuff. So let's open up this bag first, the satchel. Let's see what we got in here. All right, first of all is this interestingly placed box. All right, this seems like to be, yep, it's propellers. 2 sets of propellers and cords, more cords, and it looks like a charger hub thing. Cool. All right, cool, this is a controller. And if you notice, this is something that's really cool about this controller that makes it easier to travel with, is that the controller nubs are not actually attached. They're actually inside of here. If you see, you open it up, they're in there. You actually have to pull these out and then put it on and screw it in, and now you have a controller. That is just brilliant that they did that. Maybe. Maybe. I feel like I would want to buy a replacement pair of those immediately. But yeah, that's the controller. Then there's like a little thing that's covering stuff. Oh, hilarious. As soon as I say that, here's replacement ones right here. They gave you replacement nubs. I'm impressed with that. All right, good job, DJI. You over here thinking ahead of me. Cool. So now we have, oh, okay, charger hub. Bam. That's your charger hub. Here's your battery. So I assume that goes in here. Yep, like this. Bam. 1 battery and 2 battery in there. So that's everything that's in here in the satchel. This is very similar to the Fly More combo satchel that you get from the Spark. Yeah, but it's nice. It has nice quality. And now to the grand moment of all grandness. I believe this is it. Oh, it's adorable. Look at this thing. Wow. It doesn't have a new smell. Oh, wait. Yeah, it does. It has a new smell. But yeah, this is it. This is the MAVIC AIR. It's pretty small. For some reason, it's actually a little bit bigger than I thought it would be, but it's definitely smaller than a MAVIC. There's the MAVIC. I think it looks pretty cool. A lot of stickers all over it. That's a weird gimbal, but gimbal holder, I should say. And there's the gimbal. Little camera, it's adorable. And the battery has 2 little things on the side. that are pretty easy to take on. Oh, that's easy to put in, that's nice. So one of the first things I'm noticing is that these propellers are actually not foldable propellers. The propellers for the Mavic are foldable. The Spark ones, I believe, are foldable too. So that's an interesting change of choice, different choice there. I'm curious to why they did that. Well, I'm hoping that one of these two batteries has charge. Neither one of these batteries has charge, so we're gonna have to come back and get back to flying this thing. So stay tuned. First of all, if you look at the difference in size for the Spark, pretty darn close. So my initial thoughts when I saw it, I thought it was gonna be exactly the same size as the Spark that folded, but it's a little bit bigger. But when it folds up, let's see here. Fold. This is my first time folding this. Foldy. Oh, gotta put the little landing things up to fold it in. Ha, got it. We're good, we're good. All right, folded professionally. Kinda. Wow, you have to very specifically fold this. But either way, it's actually smaller, I think, in some dimensions. Pretty much smaller than the Spark. See, the thing I didn't like about the Spark is that you couldn't fold it. That's what I really didn't like about it. And that it always stayed open like this, and it just made it more difficult to put into small places, where it just didn't have smooth edges and you had to, like, the gimbal was all out and stuff like that. It just wasn't that nice. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. And if you actually, one thing I just now noticed looking at them together is that the camera gimbal is different. Like if you look, this whole entire circle here is all the camera, whereas on this one, it's only half of it. So that's a pretty big difference. But other than that, they feel pretty similar. This one's just bigger and does 4K. This one only does 1080, so you win. So now we're looking at the Mavic. The Mavic is so much bigger, which is crazy to say that the Mavic is so much bigger than another drone. Obviously the Spark, but it has the same camera and it can do almost the same things. But this is definitely a significant, I don't know if you, I honestly feel kind of weird about calling this a Mavic. Because it just feels kind of like, instead of calling this a Mavic, I would call this like a Spark Pro. Because it's like a much more professional version of the Spark. Because it doesn't really resemble the Mavic very much outside of the ability for it to fold. I don't know, it's pretty different. But some of the key features that you want to look at here is that we have the forward-facing sensors, the rear-facing sensors, as well as the bottom sensors. It has this new mode. I think it's called APAS. Yeah, there's a new mode called APAS on the Mavic Air where you can just hold forward. You put it in APAS mode, you can just hold forward on this drone, and when you're holding forward, it will go around or above objects when it detects them instead of just doing like what these two do, where they just stop and beep at you, which is pretty cool. It makes flying a little bit easier as things inch towards that. And also this one has something that neither one of those has. Another thing it has that neither one has is this actually has internal storage. This drone has 8 gigabytes of internal storage in case, which some people do, and I've done it before, everyone's been guilty of it, is getting your drone up in the air before you put an SD card in it, which means you won't be able to record anything. And this one is like, nah man, I got you. You don't even need to put an SD card in me because I'm ready for you. So that's pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about it, and we're about to fly it. So, oh, one last thing, Wi-Fi password, it's right there. If you ever need to get your Wi-Fi, fly this by Wi-Fi. I never recommend flying by Wi-Fi if you can. But I do know that this uses Wi-Fi. That's what I've heard, is that this is a radio transmitters, and this one is Wi-Fi. So that's pretty different. And we'll see. I've heard there's some range issues, but I know that I saw Kelly from Ready Set Drone did a range test, and he was pretty impressed with it. So as long as it gets within a mile for me, I don't care, because I'm not going to fly this thing more than a mile away, because I don't think I'll be able to see this little thing more than a mile away. You got to keep it in line of sight. So cool. All right, man, we're gonna get started. We're gonna fly, and we're gonna turn this on. All right, it's on, and we're updating firmware. All right, firmware is updated. All right, so now we're gonna fly, and we have to update the airspace database. All right, we're gonna fly now. We did the firmware, we did the database. Now we're about to knowledge test. We're gonna take a knowledge test. 10 questions in, firmware updated, aircraft database updated. Now we can fly. Let's do this.
Take off.
It's sensing you, Dom. Wow, that's nice. Hey there, buddy. Hey there. Woo! I like this. What? That was my first landing. I just caught it with my hand. I love this thing. This is gonna be fun. Let's get some footage. All right, so up first for this camera test, what we're gonna do is fly the Spark, then we're gonna fly the Mavic Pro, then we're gonna fly the new Mavic Air. So to make this camera test fair, what I've done is I've removed all ND filters. You guys know how much I love my ND filters. But I've removed all my Polar Pro ND filters, and what I'm doing is I'm putting the cameras on automatic. There will be no color correction, there'll be none of that. I'm just going up to 100 feet and I'm just zooming straight towards the mountain. You'll see the mountain, you'll see a bunch of cool stuff, but either way, enjoy. Up first is the Spark. Here we go. So I just want to show you guys a quick comparison between the footage. As you can see, we're going to start off with the Spark. The Spark footage is actually, in this instance, kind of nice, but I think it's because the Spark got the best time of day. Even when you compare it against the Mavic Pro's footage looks a little bit boring, but what it's actually doing is picking up on the detail of the particles in the air because we're in LA and it's kind of smoggy. But either way, the Mavic Air flies in and is just killing the absolute game. It's just the detail in there is beautiful, and we're going to line it up directly with the Mavic Pro. It is incredible. I mean, you can just see everything. But either way, what you're looking for is the detail in the trees, the detail in the cars, and just the overall quality of the image. And there's just more to do with the Mavic Air footage. Droners, thank you for checking out my hands-on review of the Mavic Air. If you want to see more hands-on reviews, we got them. Check them out. Or if you want to see the greatest intro video to a drone channel that ever has existed, we got them up here. As always, make sure you check out our social media at DronerOfficial because we are really fly out there. And subscribe. That's what we need you to do, and stay fly.